Alright, Godlings, I had an idea to do another video because I was just watching something else. Glenn Beck, interesting guy, I listened to him here and there, but he was talking about this dream. Now, I guess apparently this guy for 10 years hadn't had any dreams, and then all of a sudden he had two, which is interesting because I've met some people that are like, I usually don't dream, and then all of a sudden they're telling me, yeah, I had this dream. And like I usually don't dream. I'm like, oh, that's. But now, if anybody knows, some dreams aren't dreams. You're in the astral world or out of body experiences, right? Or lucid dreaming, and that's a lot of what I do. A lot of my dreams aren't just dreams, and it reminded me of the one I had. I don't know, a couple years ago, I guess. But it was bizarre because like I said, some dreams aren't dreams. You're like, it's like you're fully awake and aware, and that's how you know it's a lucid dream. You're like, whoa, it's just you're conscious, aware, and when you wake up, you remember it, just like you're awake. A lot of my dreams are like that. But I had one. They're more intense than others, right? So I had one where I ended up like falling on these mattresses or something, and someone was there waiting for me, and I think I met them in life. And I can't remember exactly who it was, but that's probably irrelevant. But they said, and I was a little confused, but they're like, okay, you can go around that way to get down or whatever. Okay, so I got down, and then it was a little fuzzy. I don't remember much of it. So then I ended up in this like parlor area. And at first, because I remember looking, and it was like I was being tuned, or I was tuning myself in and out, because all of a sudden I was aware. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And then all of a sudden there's like a few people or entities. Couldn't really get a good view of them, or I don't remember. But there was a few of them, and they're sitting there, and they had like writing pads or something. And at first I'm sitting there, and it's becoming very like I'm being tuned, or I'm tuning in or something like that. And all of a sudden I'm like becoming more and more aware. And I'm like, whoa. And so I knew, because I had done this before in my dreams, so I knew what was kind of happening. I knew that was a little bit, but I was still like, whoa, like, what am I doing here? And they didn't really want to tell me. I'm like, wait, what am I doing here? And it was like really clear. I had asked them like 3 times, like, what am I doing here? And they didn't really want to answer me, and they were like looking at each other, and they said, well, we're doing something. All right. And I asked him then finally I was like, well, who are you? Who are you? I had asked him that 3 times. I think I asked him 3 different questions 3 times before I got the answer. But I don't remember the third one, but I do remember, I said, who are you guys? And because I'm like becoming more aware. I'm like curious. I'm like, this is interesting. I'm like, what the? And they were like, they were more matter of fact than anything. But I asked them, I was like, well, what are you doing? They said, well, we're working on something. And I said, well, who are you? And then all of a sudden I was seated like over here, and I looked over, and there's someone sitting there, and their face like holographically changed a little bit. And then all of a sudden we're serpent people. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, well, okay. I was not affected. And then all of a sudden the dream ended, or whatever was going on, But that was interesting, I have a few different things like that go on, and but that one was really interesting. But his dream reminded me about that. There's the whistle. It's time for me to go, but that's my story. All right, see you, Godlings.